Need a boost? Sometimes all it takes is tapping into your inner cool. Icebreaker's gum helps you unleash the confidence within. Each chew releases a rush of icy flavor powered by cooling flavor crystals, sending a wave of refreshment to reinvigorate all your senses. Icebreaker's convenient pack fits everywhere, from car cup holders to backpack pockets, so you can find your cool wherever you go. Grab Icebreaker's gum online or at a store near you.
When it comes to online college, Southern New Hampshire University is so good, it's scary. Listen, the facts don't lie. SNHU has degree programs that fit your goals, online classes that fit your life, and real support at every step. And if that wasn't enough, they've got some of the lowest online tuition rates in the U.S. This is an airtight case, you guys. Visit snhu.edu/morbid to get started. That's snhu.edu/morbid. Chilling crime cases are mysterious, but finding coverage shouldn't be. With the State Farm Personal Price Plan, you have options and can personalize your plan to help create an affordable price so you can get back to cracking all of life's bigger cases. Talk to a State Farm agent today to learn how you can choose to bundle and save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Head to statefarm.com to get a quote. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state. Hey, weirdos, I'm Ash.
And I'm Alaina.
And this is Morbid.
It is Morbid.
Woo!
Hello. It is a Spooky Castles edition of Morbid.
Castles.
And let me tell you, this one is gnarly. My castle is outrageous. It's got lots of moida.
Ooh.
It's got people hidden behind walls. It's got ghosties. It's got hanging trees. It's a lot.
I'm glad that yours has all that because mine is a bit of just like a short story.
Yeah.
But it's the story that inspired The Ring.
Ooh, we love that. I think you guys are going to like this one. It's spooky season. We're trying to get spooky with it. Spooky, spooky, spooky.
It's officially October.
It is. Officially. Exactly.
Thank you.
So we'll just start right into it, I think. Do we have any other biz-nas?
Biz-nasty? None.
I don't think so. No biz-nasty.
None of that.
So my castle today is Chillingham Castle.
Ooh, is it chill?
It's not chill at all. It's
okay.
probably the most unchill castle that has ever castled.
It has no chill.
Zero chill.
Oh,
Zero.
Man.
It's like, ooh, chilling.
Oh, okay.
Chillingham, you know?
I don't like ham.
I don't like ham either, but it's chilling. So there's that. It's found in Northumberland in the UK.
Pinkies up.
I wonder if it's pronounced Chillingham there, probably.
Props.
Because you guys, you whoop right through that like ham. I'm probably, unfortunately, going to say it Chillingham because I'm American and we ruin words.
Chillingham.
So I think it's Chillingham, but we'll see. You guys let me know. Now, this is a place where it has been referred to as, and this was by a priest there, as the embodiment of evil.
Ooh,
so
me
there's
too.
that. It's said to be like the most haunted castle in Europe. Like,
damn.
It's got a lot of titles. And what's crazy about it is I remember when I was younger, I used to fucking love those like paranormal investigator shows when I was younger.
Oh, hell yeah.
I would watch them all the time. And I remember watching the one that had the lady from Poltergeist like narrating it. I think it's like Scariest Places on Earth or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is.
And Chillingham Castle was on that. And I remember specifically watching it when I was little and being like, whoa, that place is fucked.
And little did you know you'd be reporting on it years later.
So I was like excited to do this one, but my God, I had no idea the depths of which this castle is. Just soaked in tragedy.
Oh.
Soaked.
Awesome.
I don't know why that sounds so gross, but it did.
Soaked?
Soaked. Like it's soaked in tragedy. It just sounds gross.
It's
almost like
if you
moist.
said it's moist with tragedy.
It's moist with tragedy is what it is. Now, what's crazy is that this castle has been around since the 12th century. And it was originally built as a monastery.
Oh.
But the Grey family has lived in this castle since 1246.
What the fuck?
And continue to live in this castle.
A Grey lady?
Not really.
Ah.
Weirdly enough. Not one that I saw. There's a lady. But they don't call her.
There's a lady.
Yeah, they don't call her the Grey Lady, though. There's a lot of ghosts.
Honestly, I'm actually kind of happy that there's no Grey lady.
I feel like
it's been done.
It doesn't need one.
Chillingham said, I'm too original for that.
There is the Earl of Grey, though, and I was like Earl Grey tea.
Ooh, I love
like
a good
that.
Earl Grey.
So as of right now, Sir Humphrey Wakefield owns it. He is married into the Grey family, so it is still in that family.
Is he the guy that you were watching the other day?
Yes.
I love him.
And I love him, too, because I was watching a couple of, investigators go into this castle. And one that I saw, the host of it, I think her name was Yvette.
It was
actually.
Yvette. Yeah. And I said, I wish my name was Yvette.
And she was like, so is this place haunted? And his response was, the whole castle is wonderfully haunted. And he said it like,
duh.
Of course, wonderfully haunted. And he
love
said,
it.
and we're very happy with it. And they're happy with us. And she was just like, okay. And they were like, and then he was like, yeah, we just like, this is how it is. The way he speaks about it is just, we have ghosts.
Yeah.
We live here. And they live on the grounds.
If you have ghosts.
You have everything.
Exactly.
Hey-o.
Plug.
plug. Go listen to the Tobias episode and listen to Ghost.
Yeah.
So what's kind of fun about this place is that it had a lot of really famous visitors, a lot of kings, a lot of famous soldiers and all that. And King Edward I, who is called the Hammer of the Scots. Don't love that.
Hate that.
Yeah. You know what? Quick little side note. I'm Scottish. So this kind of sucks, this whole thing, because I feel I want to visit this place so bad, so bad after reading all this. It's calling me, but I also feel like I'm going to feel very ugh.
Scared.
It's just ugh.
And you look Scottish even.
You just look Scottish.
With your red hair and everything.
But it just feels like there's a lot of sadness with Scottish people in here.
Ooh.
As we'll see.
Okay.
So King Edward I, he was called the Hammer of the Scots. Good for him. He actually took a little stop by Chillingham in 1298 on the way to battle with William Wallace.
Oh, shit.
William
Braveheart
Wallace
up in
of
here?
Braveheart. Exactly. Now, in 1344, Sir Thomas de Heston was able to secure the license to crenellate the castle. Basically, that's fortify it for battle, turn it into an official stronghold. And when this was done, it got its dungeons. It secured. It had secure battlements and torture chambers. It became fully fortified. Now, and actually, you can see the original papers for this license to crenellate in the castle today.
That is cool.
From 1344.
That's insane.
What? There's so many original documents in there and original artifacts and everything. It must be outrageous to see. So this place was in the middle of a lot of border wars. Chillingham Castle was between England and Scotland, and it had to be refurbished and rebuilt a ton. But it remains mostly original. There was really just stuff added on.
Cool.
Now, during the many different restorations to the castle, they have found a ton of bodies. A ton.
Not cool.
In the walls, in dungeons, in stairwells, in hidden places, tons of skeletons and remains. And in fact, in the 19th century, a man and child skeleton, both of their skeletons, were found together. And it was in what appeared to have been a little crawl space near the dungeon. And it looked like they were hiding underground.
Oh.
Yeah. And people think they were hiding from one of the attacks and just couldn't get out.
Oh, man.
So sad. But it was found very recently. And they keep finding them. Anytime they do any restoration to this castle, a body pops up.
That's bonkers.
Yeah. So then there was another body that was found kind of recently near the dungeons as well. And it was just a man. So they broke down this wall and behind it was just a man sitting in a chair.
Mood.
Like just sitting in a chair.
Bernie Sanders.
Like truly just like
With the
mittens. Like, but I guess like they weren't able to preserve him very well because he had been very preserved in there, but then the air came in and it like ruined everything.
Up.
Fucking air, you know.
Fresh air is for dead people.
Except apparently not
wasn't
this
in
one.
this case.
No. This is really interesting. This is not super scary. It's just very interesting to me. A little scary, I guess.
Okay. I'll be the judge of that.
Chillingham Castle is also very famous for its wild white cattle.
I don't know if that's scary.
So I'll tell you. Now, apparently, these wild white cattle have lived on the Chillingham Park, like estate, since 1220.
Whoa.
Like, not the same cattle, but like their descendants.
I
you
was
know?
like, we got zombie
Like,
cattle.
what the fuck? That is scary.
I said cattles.
Cattles. Probably way before that, too. Like, they've been here forever. They used to be hunted, but today that's not allowed. And in fact,
That is not allowed.
Not allowed. There's a warden that watches over them and kind of just keeps distance, but like lets them do their thing. They have literally not had any human intervention.
Oh my
Never have.
gosh.
They've never been handled.
Wow.
They're completely wild. And they just freely live at Chillingham. There's like a big wall that goes around where they are, but it's like a huge space.
That's beautiful.
And according to the Chillingham Castle official site, quote, they are the only wild cattle in the world. Sole survivors of herds that once roamed the forests of Britain. Once they were held sacred and pre-Christian pagans sacrificed them to their gods. Later in their history, this herd both defended and fed the castle. Now, these cattle also are still potentially dangerous and can only be visited with the warden, who will take you as close as safely possible and explain their more recent history and way of life. Remember, they are rarer than any endangered panda or mountain gorilla and are simply the only wild cattle in the world.
That is so fucking cool.
Isn't that
and
cool?
I love them.
I thought it was really cool. And the reason why I said it's like a little scary is because they're like a little scary. And like
The reason why I said they were scary is because like they're kind of scary.
because they're like dangerous.
Yeah.
Like they can fuck you up.
Yeah.
And like
they're
even
wild.
even the warden won't go near them. So it's like that's a
I know,
little scary.
I want to be that cattle. I
Right?
want that reputation.
The warden will only take you as close as feels safe. And they're like white cattle. So you just feel like they're these ghostly, just like protectors of this castle. I just feel like it's like
Yeah.
a cool vibe.
It's very heavy metal.
It is.
Your home should show off who you are. Now is the time to boldly write the newest chapter in your home story. And your main character? It's Ashley. Ashley has styles that balance timeless appeal and modern trends to bring your personal look home. Yes, these are well-crafted and affordable pieces with eye-catching design, but they're also built to stand up to real life. With features like stain-resistant performance fabric, options that are incredibly durable, easy to clean, and stain-resistant with machine-washable covers. Plus, Ashley provides fast, reliable, white-glove delivery right to your room of choice, so you can style your space without any stress. Ashley was nice enough to send us a bunch of new pieces for my pod lab at my house, and when I tell you they deliver it to your room of choice, unfortunately they did have to deliver to the attic, but they could not have been nicer about it. I got, or was gifted, I should say, the Revion Lake sofa and love seat. It's in this like olive colored velvety fabric. It's so nice. I will say it is so freaking easy to clean because if you know me, you know that I have a white cat and a black cat and then a multicolored cat. The white cat loves to just roll all up on this furniture and leave his hair everywhere, but it's so easy to vacuum. I also got the Meili coffee table. So I have that, like I said, in my attic, but I'm ready to order another one for my living room because this coffee table is so beautiful. It has this like antique old money vibe to it. I absolutely love it. And then finally, I got three actually of the core stone end tables. They have little shelves in them so you can dress them up and, kind of like personalize them to your style. I highly, highly recommend all of the pieces that I got. And I just recommend Ashley in general. It was such an easy process to shop with them and the delivery, all of that from start to finish. It was awesome. Visit your local Ashley store or head to ashley.com to find your style. Getting paid twice a month doesn't mean money is scarce. It just feels that way. That feeling makes you do weird stuff, like putting things on a card you didn't need to. Earnin removes that feeling. With Earnin, you can access up to $150 per day of money you've already earned, plus up to $1,000 between paychecks. Standard transfers take 1 to 2 business days with no mandatory fees, and expedited transfers start at $3.99 and cap at $5.99. 5 million people are already on it, and honestly, it's wild it didn't exist sooner. Download Earnin on the App Store or Google Play, spelled like earning money without the G. Type in Morbid under podcast when you sign up. It'll really help the show. Earnin is a financial technology company, not a bank. Access limits are based on your earnings and risk factors. Standard cash outs take 1 to 2 business days with no mandatory fees. Expedited transfers available for a fee. Tips are voluntary and don't affect the service. Available in select states. Terms and restrictions apply. Visit earnin.com for full details.
Now, that was like a fun scary.
Yes.
Now we're going to get to something really rough.
All right.
We're going to talk about John Sage.
What is he up to?
So John Sage was Edward I's head torturer, I suppose. Like he was like
bitch in charge.
He was like the primo torturer.
Okay.
He was terrible. Like a terrible, terrible person.
But good at torture.
Very good at torture, but he was a true beast of a human and he loved his job.
The way that they probably just got like people worse than the people that were being tortured.
Oh, 100%.
Like you're like, what is happening here?
Yeah. And what's crazy, so he always hated the Scots.
Oh. Get the fuck out of here.
So John Sage can get fucked.
Yeah, I didn't mention it before, but I too am Scottish, so fuck this man.
So he took a lot of pleasure in making sure their deaths were long and harrowing. He was also just a really angry man because he was not satisfied with his own life and situation because he was actually a lieutenant in the military. He was like a huge, like really great soldier. He was like Edward's, King Edward's like top man. But then he got injured in battle and his leg was left maimed. And he basically had to drag it along as he walked, and it ended his career in the military. Thus why he became primo torturer extraordinaire.
How is that the Scots' fault?
I don't know. He's dumb.
Sounds just like a freak accident.
He's the worst.
Guy.
I don't even think that's why he hated the Scots.
No,
he just hated Scots, and then he also got his leg fucked up. So he was mad that he had to stop being in battle. I think that was the thing. He liked being in battle. Now, legend says, this is really funny. This is not true, just so you know. I did figure out the somewhat real number. I kept seeing these things that said that he killed 75,000 men, women, and children over his 3-year period as head torturer. And when I saw it, I was like, no.
I would say that is over embellished.
That's not
or one would hope, at least.
So that's literally impossible because it means he would have likely killed by torture like 480 people a week for 3 years. But I did find like actual sources who claimed that it was said that he did torture at least 50 people per week.
Holy cow.
Yeah, in the 3 years. And that makes more sense like that. But it's still wild, like still insanely wild. But they said, I think that when I saw like the 75,000, I was like, I think that was a typo, my dude. Because it's more likely around 7,500 in his 3 years. But that's still a lot of people.
Many, many folks.
Many. Now, either way, he was terrible. He had some nicknames, the Butcher of the Scots.
Lame.
Also Dragfoot, because he dragged his foot.
No comment.
And the original torture chamber where he felt most at home in the castle was actually under the tea room. What is the tea room now and was before?
That's not relaxing.
No, definitely not. Like you're just having tea up there while like this terrible shit is happening underneath
people
you.
are just like screaming beneath you and you're just like, could you pour me a spot of tea, love? Like, what?
I love it.
Could I get some Earl Grey ale?
Ale.
Please.
Killing it. Now, the torture chamber itself was built with a sloping floor so that the blood would drain to one side of the room.
Efficiency.
Yes, we're all about efficiently. Now, this original one, though, was sealed off. You cannot go in this original torture chamber.
I mean, I didn't want to.
I sure did. But the reason that it's sealed off is even scarier it was open before, and there was a seance performed down there. Ooh. Something really bad happened that I could not find what, but everybody talks about this.
What?
And they sealed it off. And they said whatever's down there, they sealed down there.
Did they seal everybody in the seance down there?
Well, they also think there's a ton of human remains down there.
Oh, that's fucked.
And it's sealed off because something really bad happened down there.
And that's why we don't fuck with Ouija boards.
But who knows if they used a Ouija board? A seance doesn't necessarily need a Ouija board.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's why I don't use Ouija boards, because you open up portals, and they definitely opened up some kind of motherfucking portal.
I don't know. Maybe they did something else, though, that opened a portal. Well, you can do a seance and not have a Ouija board.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying they had a Ouija board. I'm just saying that's why I don't use Ouija boards, because the portals. But, like, I'm saying that's why you don't use those, because the portals. And then, like, seances also, because the portals. The portals are real. You can fucks with me or you can not fucks with me on the portals, but they're real, okay?
No, I have, like, I've always been very neutral with Ouija boards. I'm not for or against.
I'm trying to get you against the boards. Because I know I'm going to be with you someday somewhere, and somebody's going to be like, what's the Ouija board? And you're going to be like, what's the worst that could happen? And I'm going to be like, get the fuck out of here. The portals. The portals. Damn it.
I wish you had said this when we brought this up to Tobias on the Tobias Forge episode.
I was nervous.
I wish you had said the portal.
I would not have done that, because I think he would have left the Zoom. So that's
he probably
why I
wouldn't have. He was down.
He absolutely would not have, because he's a nice boy, but nice man.
But I was just thinking about it. That's really funny.
Anyways, that's why you don't do Ouija boards or seances.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
They did. Something got fucked up.
And look what happened.
And now the torture chamber is sealed the fuck off and we can't go in there.
I'm sure there's another one.
I want to go. There is, so don't worry about that.
But a castle doesn't just seal off a torture chamber and then say, that's it, no more torture.
Yeah, Chillingham was not like, well, we're done, I guess.
They're like, we have one in the East Wing.
So the castle was the first place that basically was there to stop invading Scots from completing any kind of invasion over the border. It was basically the first line of defense. So these people were taken in as prisoners and then thrown in the dungeon and the torture chambers. And they would be questioned later, but in very unethical ways by John Sage.
Yes.
So in this new torture chamber setup they have right now, where you can go visit, they have all of his instruments of torture there. Ooh. Like original ones.
I would not touch that.
The rack, the chair, the wheel, other implements of pain. They have the cages where they would put like hungry rats into.
What?
And then those cages would go on the prisoner. Oh. And they would heat them up and the rat would like burrow into your flesh and chew through you.
See our torture episode.
Yeah, I think we talked about that one. Now, John Sage, also... he was very innovative.
Oh, good.
We'll give him that.
We love when a man like that is innovative.
But he also invented his own torture methods.
I knew that was coming.
He was always thinking. And he liked to perfect these on prisoners weekly. So he would just keep trying it until it worked. Most notably, he created the barrel. It was literally a barrel. But on the inside, it was completely covered with nails on the inside. I think you can probably tell where this is going.
I can.
The person would then be placed in there and then rolled from one end of the torture chamber to the other. This would be done over and over and over, and the person would be just demolished in there, literally skinned alive, and he wouldn't stop until they were completely skinned alive in there.
Who hurt this man?
Yeah, I don't know. But they were sealed then into the barrel to just slowly die an agonizing death in the barrel, like covered in nails.
And they wonder where the plague came from.
Yeah. So when he wasn't using machines and other things that he had invented, he would just boil people alive.
What?
He would starve people to death. He would break people's arms and legs, stab them to death, impale them, gouge their eyes out. And then when they were just on the brink of death, sometimes he would just toss them down into the oubliette, which is a 20-foot drop.
I love an oubliette.
It's a place to put people to forget about them.
Yes.
Ask Hoggle. he knows.
Yes.
That's what an oubliette is.
I like that. I like an oubliette or I like a moon door.
Oh, yeah. A moon door. I love it.
That's what that is, right?
Yeah, in the Game of Thrones.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
yes, yes. I don't know if they actually had moon doors in there, but like oubliettes are real.
There's a few people I would toss
app.
down a moon door.
Hell yeah.
No, I'm totally kidding.
Now, in the oubliette and dungeons, there's actually still like scratches in the wall where prisoners would either mark off how long they had been down there by like scratching into the wall, or they would scratch just like messages of pain and suffering into the walls, and it's still there.
Oh, that's a lot of energy, like being placed into those walls forever.
Also, according to a ton of sources that I found, if you look down there into the oubliette,
I don't know why you would ever do that.
You can still see bones and human remains.
Yeah.
Like they're still down there.
That's so sad.
I know.
That's like really, really sad.
It's really sad. Now, today, they also have, I kept seeing in all the videos that I was seeing of this place, and like, I kept seeing these little tiny coffin covers that are like are surrounding, like, they're kind of like leaned up against the perimeter of a room.
Okay.
I think it's like in one of the, not the Great Hall, I don't think, but one of the dining rooms.
If you can't get you some crown molding,
They get tiny little coffins.
there you go.
But on each coffin, there was this little white sign, and it said something. And I kept trying to find a video where I could see it. And I finally found one where somebody was like showing what it said on there. And it was just the various ways, some of the various ways where how they would torture prisoners in this castle. It is gnarly, and I'm going to read you some.
Please do.
Now, I was able to see, so the first one said, some had all their flesh torn with the claws of wild beasts.
What?
The next one said, some were hung by one hand with the weight of lead at the heels. So they were hung by one arm, and then their feet were weighted to just rip that one arm.
Oh.
Yeah. Then I saw one that said some were hung upon tenterhooks.
What's a tenterhook?
And it showed a photo of this guy with like a hook in his chin, like basically under his chin, like into your neck. And he's just hanging there by like this tiny little hook. And I was like, what the fuck is a tenterhook? And what I found when I looked it up, because I was like, I need to know what that is. I didn't come across that in my torture episode. What the fuck is that?
She's like, let me tell this to the masses.
Yeah. So I guess there's a saying that means like you're on tenterhooks. And it means that
Like you're on thin ice?
No, it means that you are anticipating something like painfully, like you have anxiety about something like, ooh, I've been waiting on tenterhooks for this. You know, like
that's where it
that's
comes
a thing.
from?
These were actually hooks used for drying out sheep's wool. That's what they were originally for. Like you would pull the cloth taut, and then there were 4 hooks on either, like around this contraption, and those were the tenterhooks. So what they would do at Chillingham, so these were not created for torture. They were created for drying out sheep's wool.
Yeah.
Well, not at Chillingham. They were like, we use every part of the fucking tenter.
Go berserkingham.
So they literally go
what the fuck? That's what they should have
This should
called
not
it.
be called Chillingham. This should be called what the fucking ham is what it should be called. Berserkingham. They would hang you by your chin or neck on one of these, and you just bled and drowned in your own blood while your fucking head ripped off this hook.
Chillingham.
It's like, what
That's
the
fucked.
fuck?
That's absolutely terrible.
Another one
No,
said
you could stop.
some had sharp reeds thrust under their nails and other parts of their body.
I don't like it.
Next one.
Like it.
Some hung up on a tree by their middle until they died of hunger. So they would tie a rope around your like torso.
Yeah.
And hang you there by a tree, like from a tree.
No.
So you were hanging by your torso, and then they would just leave you to starve.
That's horrific.
The next one is the worst one I have ever heard of.
Oh,
and I
good.
was like, please tell me you didn't really do this, Chillingham.
They said, yeah,
Holy
the
hell.
fuck, we did.
A woman would be hanged, and then her daughter would be hanged from her hair.
What?
They would tie a noose of her hair around her child's neck and hang her,
Why?
and then hang the child off of her.
What the? Who comes up with that?
John Sage.
He came up with that?
I'm pretty sure. He was Chillingham's dude.
What would the punishment be for that? Like to receive that?
I
mean,
have no idea.
What would that be? The
I think it was
punishment
just
for?
that's the thing. These weren't like typical medieval tortures where it was like, oh, like heresy. So you get this. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like,
right.
oh, you were an
Adultery,
adulterer.
yeah.
No, you were just Scottish.
What?
So it was not like, oh, you get the rack because you did this. It was like, oh, you're Scottish and you're in my torture chamber? What do I feel like doing today? And it was literally like his whim. If he felt extra fucking spicy, he would do something like that. If he felt like he just wanted to be like nostalgic, he would put you on the rack. Like it was just like,
no,
totally up to the whim of this fucking lunatic, John Sage.
An actual lunatic.
The next one I saw was some burned with straw tied around them to cover their nakedness. What the fuck? Like, don't let them be naked.
Be naked, but we can burn you alive.
Then some were put in the ground up to their chin to be starved to death. So buried up to your chin in the ground and then just starved to death there.
What?
And then the last one was some buried alive. And I was like,
God.
Oh, okay, right
My
to the
worst
point.
Fear.
Yeah. So that was just like a little snippet of what he would do.
This guy would just like go eat dinner with everybody else that lived in the castle, and they're all like, "Today I washed the queen's feet. Today I ate some berries with the queen."
And John's like, "Today I hung a mother, and then I hung the daughter by her hair." And it's like, okay, John,
pass the gravy.
Fuck you, Sage.
I'm sorry. No.
I'd be like, whoa, John.
I'd be like, you're a scary man.
And what do? You're just like, okay, John.
I would pass that gravy faster than I ever passed anything.
John. What the fuck?
I'd be like, this is actually your personal gravy.
Well, it somehow gets worse.
No.
Yeah. But don't worry, because John also meets a fitting end.
A grisly end.
So the fighting between the English and the Scottish did start to settle down at one point, obviously. And prisoners were not as abundant as they once were. Before it was like they just couldn't even... His cup overfloweth with prisoners at one point.
I hate that.
But it was starting to get a little chiller. So John Sage took to attacking people in the town who he just felt looked like Scottish people.
What?
He would just attack people.
Somebody stop this man.
Somebody stop. Don't worry. Somebody did.
Good.
But not before he does something really terrible. So,
like, even more really terrible things?
Yeah. So now that the war began to end, they were trying to speak of like, what do we do with the prisoners we have in the castle?
Free them.
The castle. I don't know why I said that.
Within the castle's gates.
The castle. I don't know. It's been a day.
Yeah.
No, they're like, we have a ton of prisoners in the castle. The fighting is going to end. We should just release them. Like, they were like, that's what you do, I guess. Like, just let them out and that's it. They've been tortured enough, I guess.
I'm just thinking of Ever After when he says, I said, release him.
It's just like that.
Wasn't that really
I
good?
bet somebody said that. And then John Sage was like, no. And he did something terrible because he said, I'm not going to just allow them to walk out of here free. Like, he felt like he had ownership of these people now. They were his to do with what he wanted. So he rounded them up one night and brought the men, women, and some older, like teens, basically, that were in there, into the castle courtyard where a bonfire was started. They had all been tied up and each of them were burned alive. The younger children, the people who's like this was their parents and their siblings, they were kept in what is now called King Edward's room, but they were put next to a window where they could look into the courtyard and see and hear their parents and siblings being burned alive. And smell it, too.
What?
Because there was a ton of them.
What?
So these kids, these young kids, like kids, were watching this happen, and then Sage went up into that room with an axe and hacked all of the kids to death to make sure that they didn't grow up and seek their revenge on him. Because he was sure, if I allow them to leave, they will get older, they will want revenge on me.
Absolutely.
And I will be too old to do anything about it, so I have to just kill them now.
How did the war end after that?
Yeah. Now, what's crazy, apparently the axe he used is on display at the castle.
Oh.
Which must be a wild thing to see.
Yeah.
It's like in a stairwell, I guess, like hanging on a wall.
I don't personally love that.
It's history, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible, but it must be wild to be like, that was, I mean, when was that? That was in
the 1400s.
Yeah, like that's so old, but it's such a gnarly thing. I'm like, the energy attached to that thing.
Yeah.
I feel like if that is a thing, like energy being attached to things, Oof.
Yeah. That's why I went, I just, that's not for me.
Yeah, that would be a wild thing to see. But the other prisoners before this, when they would just be like tortured and killed in there, they were all
When they would just be like tortured and killed in there.
Not during this whole like bonfire thing. They were just dumped into the lake next to Chillingham. Thousands of, like hundreds of bodies at the very least, and remains are at the bottom of that lake, like bones.
What?
Just of prisoners that were dumped in there.
There's just bones everywhere.
Now, luckily, like I said,
Yeah.
John Sage did get his in the end.
Hit me with that news.
He killed a young woman, and some say accidentally, who he was said to have been in love with. The story goes that they were getting busy on the rack, because apparently they were into that, and he strangled her to death, but did not mean to. This woman, Elizabeth Charlton, happened to be the daughter of the leader of the Border Reivers, which was a gang of outlaws who were actually used in the war against the Scots. They aided the crown. And so, and they were like ruthless, very highly skilled. So Edward I heard about this whole John Sage mishap, and decided he would much sooner lose John Sage and keep the Border Reivers on his side than to completely ruin a vital component of his war against the Scots and chance them turning against him and being on the Scots side, and they would not be able to fight against them.
I wish that had happened.
So what happened was Edward I had John Sage hanged in a public execution.
Bye.
But he wasn't just hanged.
Good.
He was not dropped to break the neck. He was just put there to strangle. And while he was strangling, they allowed people to come up and cut pieces of him off. So people came up and cut off his genitals, toes, nose, fingers, anything really that they could rip apart. He was literally dismembered while strangling to death.
Wow.
And it was a long time before he finally expired, and people stayed until the very last beat.
I believe in a thing called karma.
Yeah, that was...
Holy.
So he got a pretty gnarly end.
Karma.
Pretty gnarly
chameleon.
end. His ghost is seen at the castle wandering the courtyard. So if you run into him,
Run away.
maybe go the other way, because I don't think that's great.
What?
But
just the fact that I want to know how they were like, all right, so it's not going to be a regular hanging. We are going to hang him like longer.
Yep,
and
longer.
Also, what else could we do to like really fuck with him? Okay, let's just tell people BYOK. Bring your own knife.
BYOK.
Cut what you'd like.
Yeah. Just take what you want.
Do you think it started off with like, you can cut his clothes and like have a
like,
piece of the memory?
Yeah, and then they were like, oh no, what if you can cut his
genitals?
flesh? It went to flesh, and then it was like, cut his nuts off.
They're like,
guys,
castrate
do it.
him.
Like,
Let's
holy
go.
shit.
You know, somebody's Scottish cousin was in the fucking crowd that day and was
fuck
like,
yeah. Oh, a lot of people were not happy with John Sage.
Yeah,
So a
fuck
lot of
that guy.
people, and they watched till the very end.
Good.
They watched that play out.
I mean, that's like real fucked up, but
It's really like, that's real fucked up. But, you know.
I'm like, good. And then I'm like, oh, I
And
don't
you're
know how I
like,
feel
that's
about
pretty
myself.
terrible.
But
But he was a really terrible human.
damn.
Now, we mentioned the Edward room, the King
Yeah.
Edward room, which is where all the kids were literally hacked to death.
Also,
by John
fuck King
Sage.
Edward.
Yeah, not good.
He just like let that happen.
Well, in this room is also known as the killing room.
I bet it is.
Obviously, this room is haunted as fuck, and not just haunted, but like really heavy, awful haunted. It's where, again, the kids were hacked to death, and visitors say that they just feel incredibly sick and sad in this room.
I would think.
And they leave, and they say that when they leave, it feels like they have been through like trauma.
Yeah.
Like they leave with like a heavy sadness.
That makes sense.
And there's also a smell of blood that everyone smells in there, like a very strong odor of blood that people will smell, like a rusty kind of smell. Really strong. People have also been attacked in this room a lot, scratched, pushed, like pinched, like put, like shoved, all like hit. And there's a belief that there's like a really malevolent and evil spirit in that room. Like
Oh, shit.
really angry spirit in that room. And people have also seen and taken photos of like orbs that look like they have like kids' faces in them.
Oh.
And they always look like terrified. People hear kids screaming and crying in that room.
No.
It's all very not great.
Oh, can we bring somebody in to like move their spirits?
I would not be psyched to stay there. I would not stay in that room. I'm
No.
like, I will not be staying in that room. I'm actually taking a trip.
I'm like, I'm not stepping foot in that castle. Meanwhile, that room.
I want to go see the castle. I don't think I would want to stay there the night.
No.
I think that would be a lot.
I don't even know if I would want to see it in the daylight.
I want to, but it's far away. But
You do dumb things with me, so I'll go do dumb things with you.
The other place that has a lot of activity is the chapel.
Oh, I mean,
This is mostly because human remains were found under the floor here.
oh, that'll do it.
2 were found in a corner, and another one was found near the stained glass windows. One of them was a little girl.
Oh.
And she is said to be the one now who plays with people. She likes to play with people now. She likes to play with women's hair if you visit.
I don't like that.
There's a lot of energy in there, and a lot of people say they can feel like a depression and illness when they go to where she was buried on the floor.
Oh, I wonder what happened to her.
I know. And the thing is, they don't know who these people are.
Because there was just so many people killed.
Yeah. So, but also when you go in the chapel, I guess electronics really go funky in here.
Ooh.
Like, I'm assuming there's not great service anywhere in this castle, but people do like stream from there. Like, it's happened.
Yeah.
But people say when you go in the chapel, your battery will drain to like down to 0.
I don't like that. That's like a spirit trying to get energy
To take that energy.
to do something.
Well, and like the owner, like Sir Humphrey, he says that nothing bad happens in the chapel. Like no
Yeah.
one feels like an evil or malevolent spirit. They just feel sadness when they go to where the child was buried.
Yeah.
But they said her spirit is like very sweet
Aw.
and like a happy presence.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Like when I say that, I don't even mean like do anything bad. Like that's just like spirits taking
yeah.
energy to even like communicate.
Just to communicate
Yeah.
or something, yeah. But this is literally one of the only rooms in the house where the spirit is not like very angry,
Like,
and
gonna
upset.
fight you.
Like gonna get mad at
Like
you.
you're gonna catch these spirit hands.
You're gonna catch those hands. Apparently, there's in the library. You will hear 2 men talking often, even when no one's around. And if you stop to listen to them, they'll stop.
Oh.
But if you just like continue doing whatever you're doing, they'll keep talking.
What are they talking about?
Nobody can really make it out, but that's the thing. If you try to like take a second to make it out, they stop.
Oh, I'm a fucking prime time eavesdropper.
So you would just pretend you were busy.
I think I could do it.
I think you could.
I have actually very good hearing as well.
I wish you could just like Shazam it a little bit and just like put your phone up
Shazam it.
and see
I
if
would
it's,
love that.
You never know. There's also a place called the Still Room, which is like the second, it's like I think it's almost like a pantry-ish kind of room, but it's not for like food. It's for like silver, like the fine stuff it would be like protected in there.
China.
The fine china.
Yes.
This is near the dungeons, and it is where an alleged witch was murdered.
Oh, I don't love that she was murdered.
She also cursed the castle and said anyone who took something from this place would have terrible luck. And now apparently people do take things because people are shit.
Dumb.
And they send them back, or they'll come back to the castle to put them back.
What?
Apparently the castle has a lot of things that have been sent back, and they have a table set up of all the things, all the items, and notes from people apologizing to the witch.
Oh my God.
So shit must go down when they get home with that thing.
I don't know why,
And then
but
they bring it back.
for me, that just like reminds me of liquor stores that when you give them your fake ID, they make a wall of fake IDs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was, that's funny.
Did you think of the same thing?
I kind of thought of that. I was
Okay.
like, what am I trying to think of?
All right, cool.
But yeah, that makes sense.
But it's a little different.
Slightly different,
Just-
but
yeah.
same vibe.
Yeah.
Same vibe.
Yeah.
You fucked up. You're going to be shamed now.
Yeah, exactly.
The next thing that I was really interested in were the hanging trees on the property, which you knew existed.
You know what that immediately
the
gives
sound on TikTok
me?
from
Hunger Games?
From Hunger Games,
yes.
yeah.
And I used to really like that song. And then I realized what that song was about. Like, I used to be like, are you? And then
even
now
though it
I'm
says,
just like,
the hanging tree, you
Yeah.
were still like, it's fine.
I probably sang the wrong words. You know me. I was
I do
probably
know
like,
you.
hang at the tree. Like, let's vibe at the tree. That's probably what I thought it said.
Vibe at the tree.
But I love that song, or I did, but now it freaks me out.
Because it's literally about a hanging tree.
Yeah.
It's about a gallows tree.
I don't like it
Yeah, it's fucked up.
anymore.
It's very dark.
It is.
The hanging trees are in Boston too.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that until after.
Pretty intense.
I used to walk through that area like every day of my life. That's actually where my engagement pictures are going to be.
There
So
you
that's
go.
good.
Add in that hanging tree. You guys are going to
Vibing with
vibe
the
by the
trees.
trees.
Yeah, no, we'll try to stay away from the trees.
Yeah. So these hanging trees are a little different. They're the same. They're for the same purpose, but they're not like the vibe of that song, I suppose.
Okay.
There were 3 hanging trees on the property, and they were in the castle gardens and along the main entry drive to the castle where they would hang prisoners. They would then just leave the body hanging there until it was rotten, and it would just fall out of the noose onto the ground. They would just leave it. Days, weeks, months.
Was
years.
it like one of those things where it's like Vlad would put your head on a stick as like
Just
a warning?
As like a warning, yeah. In fact, the bodies will still, like bones will still surface when the weather changes sometimes.
How sad is that?
Because they would just fall and get buried.
And there's just so many like lost souls.
Yeah, that's
within
the
the
thing.
castle and even outside of the castle. That's like, because the thing is, you're like, you think, oh, like some of these people must have been bad people if they were like tortured and stuff like that. But it's like, no, they were just
They were
Scottish.
just Scottish.
Like, they were just there.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Like a lot of them were just Scottish.
Like,
And,
how
like,
sad is that?
Yeah. And it gets even worse because some prisoners they would do this thing where they would hang them by their feet so that their deaths were slower and somehow even more agonizing.
Yeah, more painful.
And now people will hear screaming and cries of pain and also hear the sounds of ropes being tightened and struggled against, like that creaking sound.
yeah.
And one of these trees still stands. The other 2 fell, but they remain on the ground. You can see them.
And it's like you want to like be like, okay, cut that tree down. Like it shouldn't be up there, but that's a living tree.
Yeah,
it's like,
and it
why
didn't
did
do
you-
anything.
Why did you make that tree have that legacy?
Yeah, it's like that tree didn't want to do that.
I'm such a fucking hippie. I'm like,
You
that
really are.
tree
You're like, that
didn't
tree-
deserve that.
But there was also a monastery nearby at the time, and a group of monks one day actually came through the forest and they saw people struggling in the tree. And so they tried to free them because they're monks. And they're like, we're going to do that. They tried to free anybody who they found alive, but they got caught. And the soldiers responsible for hanging the prisoners actually turned on the monks and hung them from the same trees next to the prisoners.
What?
Now the ghosts of monks can be found walking around the hanging trees in the grounds.
How haunting.
Which I got a chill just thinking about that.
I did the whole, whoa.
So I have 2 more ghosts. I'm going to end on the really like crazy one. The next one is Lady Berkeley. So she is the wife of Lord Grey of Walk of Chillingham.
Chillingham.
And she's pissed. Now, in 1682, Lord Grey abandoned her and their baby daughter and ran off with her fucking sister.
Oh, fuck him.
And her sister's name was Henrietta, and Henrietta can also get fucked.
fuck you, Henrietta.
Fuck both of you. And so she was left alone with the baby daughter in the castle. She ended up dying in the castle in 1710, like lived the rest of her life. But people hear the rustle of fabric of her dress in the hallways, like somebody
beautiful.
walking through, and you can hear the like big crinoline dress. And she always brings very cold air when she arrives and will leave a trail of it. And people are like, she is fucking pissed.
That is what I'm going to do when I dip. I just
make
wanna,
everything cold.
I'm going to Elsa the shit
Yeah.
out of
Hell
everybody's
yeah.
life and just be like, burr.
Yeah, you're
It's
going to be like,
cold in here.
let it go. I don't think so.
I'm gonna shoot some toros into the atmosphere.
Oh, yeah.
How about that?
I love it. Now, the last one ghost I'm going to talk about blew my mind.
Oh gosh.
This ghost is called the Radiant Boy.
Oh.
This is a child ghost. He is seen often in the Pink Room and like the place around the Pink Room. And he just wails and screams in pain.
Oh.
And he can be heard at midnight. And you can hear them in the passageway beneath the tower, between the tower and the Pink Room, usually. And sometimes visitors will actually see this like blast of light or like a halo of light, they refer to it as. And this like boy will come forward and he is wearing blue. He is crying and he will walk towards you. Like if you're laying in bed or something, he'll walk towards you in the Pink Room. And then he just stares at you like, and he's crying. and then just walks back to the wall and disappears.
Does anybody comfort him?
Well, now, so you hear that and you're like, oh my God, that's so sad. This is also proven.
What?
Because later in the 1920s, the remains of a young boy were discovered behind the wall in a corridor that is between a tower and the pink room. And they were clothed in pieces of blue fabric.
Nope.
He was intentionally walled up as a child.
What?
And there was evidence that he had attempted to scratch his way out of the wall.
Oh, sweetie.
Every finger had the tip worn down.
Oh.
And this is like true. There were also documents sealed up behind a fireplace as well there in the same area. And they had something to do with the 1588 Spanish invasion. People believe this boy maybe found these documents, and to keep him quiet, he was walled up with them.
What the fuck?
And they were able to, they found him and they found the documents, and those documents are on display in the Edward room.
Holy shit.
And luckily, when he was taken out, he was given a proper burial.
Good.
And people said that he stopped showing up after he was buried.
Yeah.
But then he came back when they started renting that room out, the pink room.
Does he
and
cry
people would
still?
stay in there, and he still is I don't know if he still cries, but he still shows up.
I hope that he's not still crying.
And it's like that. Somebody walled that. I don't know how old he is either. I couldn't find anything about.
But he's a boy.
But he's a boy. He could be even 12. He
Right.
could be. But either way, because he must have been slightly older if they were afraid he was going to talk about these documents. So he must be somewhere, I would think, 8,
10 to
9,
12,
10, 11, 12, somewhere in there. But they literally.
The Sherwin-Williams summer sale is here. Get 30% off select paints and stains or 35% off their newest product, Emerald Symmetry, July 17th through the 27th. Whether you're looking to refresh your interior or your exterior, they've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Chilling crime cases are mysterious, but finding coverage shouldn't be. With the State Farm Personal Price Plan, you have options and can personalize your plan to help create an affordable price so you can get back to cracking all of life's bigger cases. Talk to a State Farm agent today to learn how you can choose to bundle and save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Head to statefarm.com to get a quote. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Found his skeleton. That is a thing that is real.
That is insane, dude. And so sad. Oh, I didn't like that last one.
The saddest. I know I had to end on that
all.
only because it was such an gnarly one.
Wow.
But that is some of the things of Chillingham Castle. And holy shit.
Yeah, holy shit is right, dude. Yeah. And you ended on that one. I'm going to end on a really wild castle.
Cool. Let's go.
And like I said, the ghost in this one, there's just one ghost, but she inspired the movie The Ring, which was originally a Japanese film. I think it was called Ringu. But in 1333, on part of the land where the Himeji castle sits today, a fort was built. And then 13 years later, that fort would be turned into a castle known as the Himeyama Castle. And then 235 years after that, the castle would be expanded and would become known as the Himeji Castle for the rest of ever. It's still the Himeji Castle. And it is
the rest of ever.
It is Japan's largest castle, and it's the most visited of the 12 original castles that still exist in Japan to this day.
That's so cool.
This is original.
Wow.
How bonkers is that? So it sits on 576 acres of land.
Oh, okay.
And each fortress or castle that's ever been built on the land was for the purpose of war and defense against the enemy. And because of that, there's all kinds of security features. Like the path to the front of the tower is actually a maze.
Whoa.
Because they were hoping that like if they were ever attacked, they would see the enemy coming way before they would ever even get there and just kill them on the way.
Because they're trying to get through that corn maze on the way up
Exactly. Exactly. It's the castle itself is surrounded by moats, turrets, large stone walls that are over 80 feet high.
Damn.
It's also just gorgeous.
It is. You showed me a picture and I was like, whoa.
It's beautiful. I want to live there, other than the cat and than the ghost. But like, I feel like I would hang out with her.
You'd
and
vibe
we could
with her?
chat. Yeah. The entire castle consists of 83 buildings, and it's painted white, like you saw when I showed you. And it's decorated with these tiles that are called, I'm going to do my best here, onijiwaras. And those are tiles that are in the shape of ogres.
Oh,
Which, isn't that so
that's
cool?
cool.
And the reason why they're shaped like ogres is because they're basically there for the purpose of warding off any evil spirits.
Oh, shit.
That might want to do harm in the castle or bring harm to the area in general.
That's cool.
Now, because it's all white on the outside and it's got like these winged kind of architectural pieces, like we would call it gingerbread kind of. But because of that, it's referred to as a white heron or white egret.
Ooh.
And it's also often referred to as being some kind of like miracle or token of good luck because it's been standing tall for so many years. And actually, at the end of World War II, there were a ton of bombings in Himeji, Japan, that left most of the city like burned to the ground. But none of the bombings had any effect on this castle.
That's wild.
Actually, a firebomb landed inside, but never went off.
What?
How insane is that?
Wow.
What?
What?
Like, that makes no sense. And then it also survived a massive earthquake, which left obviously much of the surrounding area just torn to bits. Like, we're talking overturned bridges in the middle of the street. Nope. And this was the Great Henshin earthquake of 1995. It killed anywhere from 5,500 to 6,400 people.
Holy shit.
The castle was untouched.
Wow.
Isn't that nuts?
What is happening there? Can
Like-
we make everything out of what this castle is made of?
It's made out of wood.
Yeah, just special wood.
Just white painted wood.
Damn.
And it's got ogre tiles.
Maybe that's it.
It also has a really metal ghost.
Ooh.
But in 1993, the castle was recognized as I think it's UNESCO World Heritage Site. And it was Japan's first time being recognized.
Oh, wow.
But now they have more than 30.
I was just going to say there has to be way more than that.
They have so many,
Yeah.
but that was the first one they got recognized for.
Damn.
Now, the most intriguing thing to me, and probably to all of you guys listening, and Alaina sitting right here, is that the castle is home to one of Japan's most famous ghost stories. And in Japan, they refer to ghost stories as kaidan. The center of this entire story is a woman named Okiku. And Okiku worked as a lady in waiting or like a servant within the castle. Now, like I said a million times, she is said to have inspired Samara's character from The Ring.
Wow.
There's a few variations of the story, but the one that you hear most is that a young man called Aoyama Tetsuzan had his eyes on Okiku, and he'd been asking her to marry him forever and ever, like constantly being like, marry me, I want to be with you. And she was like, no.
Marriage.
She
And
said,
she was like, no.
No, because
thank you.
Okiku was already in love with another man, Kinugasa Matanobu.
Of course she was.
And she told Tetsuzan that she was not interested. But Tetsuzan was not a kind man at all. So it was actually pretty brave of Okiku to stand up for herself. Okiku, excuse me. Now, what was even more brave was that when she heard that Tetsuzan was actually planning to kill the lord of the castle, Lord Norimoto, she went directly to her lover there and told him and his army about this evil plan that was going to happen.
Oh, damn.
Now, luckily, Norimoto was tipped off by the good guys and he was able to escape before he was killed. But then Tetsuzan knew that somebody had essentially ratted on him. And he was going to stop at nothing to find out who had wronged him. So eventually, one of Matonubo's men turned on Okiku. And said, like, she's the one that told us.
So what a fake-ass bitch.
Yeah. A fake-ass bitch indeed.
Yeah.
They were super scared that Tetsuzan was going to come out after them because once Norimoto, like, left the castle, Tetsuzan took it over.
Oh.
And he was like, if you go again, he was like a terrible ruler. And like
a tyrant.
He was a tyrant, actually. So these men were scared that he was going to turn on them, so they just threw Okiku under the bus.
Still not cool.
Not cool at all. I mean, luckily, Tetsuzan still really liked Okiku and didn't want to kill her at first, so he devised this plan. There were 10 gold dishes that were incredibly valuable and precious to his family. And one of Okiku's jobs was to clean the plates and keep them accounted for. Like, she was in charge of these plates. So, Tetsuzan took one of those plates from where they were usually kept and played dumb and approached Okiku and was like, hey, where's the 10th plate? So immediately she ran over to where they were kept and started counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where was the 10th plate?
Where was it?
So she counts again and again. She's searching high and low for these plates, but obviously we know Tetsuzan has it, so she's not going to be able to find it.
Oh, no.
So he's like, I'll give you some time to look for it.
Okay, asshole.
Yeah. So he comes around again looking for the plates, and he's like, listen, I will let this whole thing go and not bother with that invaluable plate if you'll just marry me.
Wow.
And she said, I'm not a damn fool. I'm on to you, sir. And no, I don't want to marry you. And he said, all right, well, you've refused me for the last time. Whipped out his sword, sliced her neck open, and then carried her outside and threw her down into the well that was outside of the castle. So that night, as people walked through the castle walls, they could hear faint whispers coming from the well. And then as the night progressed, the whispers got louder and louder, and they heard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then when everybody had retreated to their rooms to go to sleep, Okiku was said to climb out of the well and into Tetsuzan's room.
Hell yeah.
Where she started counting again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then when she was in his room, when she got to 9, she let out a blood-curdling scream.
Oh my God. Yeah, she did.
And she did this every night for like weeks and weeks.
So she's like, I'm going to break you down.
I am going to actually kill you.
I'm going to ruin your life.
So Tetsuzan did eventually go mad.
Yeah.
And like died.
Can you imagine?
No.
The ghost of the person that, I mean, imagine being like that guy,
no.
First of all. And then you do that shit. And the person that you did it to just comes in your room every night counting and then screaming in your face and then leaving.
Blood-curdling scream,
like,
too.
you can't get worse than that.
Like a death rattle is what it was referred to as.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Have you ever heard a death rattle? That's even scarier.
Can't say I have.
That's even scarier because it's one of those like
no,
like
don't do that.
Like
I hate
low.
that. I hate
and
that.
That's
don't
what it
is.
is.
Don't fucking do that.
That's what it is.
Oh God, I hate that. Please don't ever do that again.
That's a literal. That's a death rattle is more like a rattly kind of voice.
Oh God.
So it wasn't even like a scream. It's like
oh wow, I hate that.
I wish you guys could have seen that. That was like really wild.
No, so scary. I've been always afraid of that movie. I've actually never even seen it, and I won't watch it. But I know that that's like one of the things that happens. Don't ever pick it for Scream. I saw what your face did there.
Getting scared is one thing. Getting a thrill is, well, you want more of those in your life. The Genesis GV70 is built to thrill, baby. A thrilling yet elegant design always makes driving the GV70 an exciting adventure. Its powerful athletic stance screams performance and turns heads. Everybody's looking at you, girl, or boy, or whoever. Command the road and experience a class-leading standard 300 horsepower. Oh my God. Plus, discover the different dynamic drive modes for all different terrains. Choose between the different terrain modes for whatever road conditions you may encounter. The Genesis GV70's award-winning technology and performance lets you drive with comfort and drive with confidence all at the same time. It's an exciting SUV with intuitive tech that can make your ride smooth even when the road isn't. And its blind spot cameras allow you to see what's next to you. It's like having eyes on the side of your head. That's pretty iconic. Its performance, by the way, is measured not only in power, but in how it makes you feel. confident, sexy. The Genesis GV70. Learn more at genesis.com and feel the GV70. Okay, let's have some real talk, just one-on-one for a second. I know you know this feeling. You start your period and the only pad that you have available is uncomfortable. It's like crunchy and weird. We can literally start our car from our phones, but we're still settling for crunchy, uncomfortable pads. Girl, listen, when you're looking for softness and protection, Kotex has you covered. They are changing the game with a completely redesigned lineup of pads and liners that are designed around what women actually want, like Kotex Bamboo. Kotex Bamboo has a 100% bamboo-derived viscose top layer that provides ultra-soft protection, which means you don't have to worry about feeling itchy or uncomfortable. It's like the worst feeling ever. It's gentle on the skin and it's made without fragrance too. Check out Kotex.com for more details on the new and exciting launch of Kotex Bamboo, available in regular, heavy, overnight, and daily liners. Every flow covered. Now available at retailers nationwide.
Oh, never will.
I saw what your face
You know
did
we're
there.
going to end up covering that for Scream.
I will not watch it.
It's really not that bad.
I feel like
I feel like
scary.
you're hyping it up in your own head a lot more than you probably should.
Probably, but also paranormal things freak me out more than like real things.
Yeah.
Hate. Anyways, so yeah, Tetsuzan went absolutely mad. But before that, there is another version of events. I think it's too lame to be true. This is like the lamest thing I ever heard.
Too lame to be true.
In this lame-o version, the whole thing happens. He still throws her down the well. But then he brings an exorcist to the castle. And this exorcist's big idea to get rid of Okiku's ghost is to hide in a bush near the well and let her go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and yell 10. This exorcist yelled 10 before the scream came.
Wow.
And in that version of the story, that was enough to get rid of Okiku. But I think we should all give Okiku a little bit more credit than that, personally.
If I was Okiku, that would not do it for me.
No, I don't think so.
I would be more annoyed than anything.
I think that Tetsuzan did not do that. And I think he just went mad. And what we do know is that Lord Norimoto returned and took the castle back.
So there you
over.
go. So maybe Tetsuzan went mad and died, and he was like, cool, take that back now.
But what's interesting is I went to this really cool site to read a little bit more about the castle and Okiku's story, because it is like a relatively short story.
Yeah.
So I was like, can I get like a little bit more out of this? Now, this website called Curious Archive, that's what it was called. And it went...
That's what it's called.
That's what it's called.
That is the name.
That's what it's called. It went into a bit of like the Japanese belief systems and like ghosts and everything like that. It was really interesting.
Oh, I love that.
It kind of just like explained each thing a little bit more. So apparently within the Japanese belief system, each person has a reikon, which is a soul. And they believe that when we die, the reikon leaves the body and enters kind of like a purgatory until a proper funeral has been held and you're given like your last rites. And in the case that a proper funeral is not held, the Yuri, which if I have it right would just be your body without a soul in it.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of these.
Yes, me too.
Okigahara.
Yes, exactly. So your Yuri can go between purgatory and real life, but it doesn't have a soul.
Okay.
So the Yuri will stay in that loop of kind of like haunting real life and being stuck in purgatory until a proper funeral's been held, or until the recon has peace and any unfinished business it might have lingering is cleared up.
Oh, that makes so much sense now for Okigahara. They talk about like Yuri being in that forest because they're not given a proper burial.
Exactly.
Until they are laid to rest properly. Their Yuris like wander around that forest.
Exactly.
Wow.
And their souls are just like lost.
That's interesting.
Isn't that interesting? Now, there are all different kinds of Yuris, actually.
Oh.
And the kind of Yuri depends on what happened to that person, like if they were killed or if they just like died naturally or something like that. So in Okiko's case, she would be considered an onryo because in life she was like abused, mistreated, and ultimately killed. Now, it's believed that the onryo are in search of some kind of revenge for the way that they were treated while they were still alive.
Okay.
And many Japanese people fear that this specific ghost because they think it's capable of actually killing people in the real world.
Oh, damn.
And they also believe that they are to blame for some natural disasters that have happened throughout the world's history.
Oh.
And that site goes into some of the other different type of Yuri, so I definitely recommend checking it out.
Wow.
I'm going to link it in the show notes.
That's really interesting.
Like there's a Yuri for if you were a mother that her child was taken away.
Oh my God.
There's like a different kind of Yuri if you are a child that dies.
Damn.
It's really interesting.
That is really interesting.
But if you do want to check out this castle, the Himeji Castle, you can do so actually. And this is directly from japanguide.com.
Oh.
Himeji Castle stands about 1 kilometer down the broad Oteme Dori Street in Himeji Station. The castle can be reached from the station's north exit in a 15 to 20 minute walk or a 5-minute ride by bus, which is 100 yen one way, or a taxi, which is about 750 yen one way.
Oh, damn.
So if you would like to go to the Himeji Castle, I suggest you take the bus because it sounds cheaper.
Take the damn bus.
Take the
if
bus
you're going to go.
and avoid the well.
Yeah. Damn.
Isn't that an interesting
That was
story?
a very interesting story.
Thanks.
I think you undersold it.
Oh, wow.
That was really good.
You know what they say, under promise and over deliver.
There you go. And you know what I forgot to say? If you can also visit Chillingham Castle. I mentioned that you can, but
Yeah.
you can stay there. And you just have to go to Chillingham, -castle.com, and you can book a stay there. And you can go visit for a day tour. They have ghost tours.
Are
they
you
have all
booking
kinds
one
of things.
right now?
I am not because I'm holding off. I do want to go.
Because when would we make time
I
for
was
that?
just going to say it would include a trip to Europe, and that is just not in the cards right now. But later down the line.
Later, Gator.
Later down the line, Britain, I am coming for you.
Coming for ya.
I'm just coming for you so hard.
All right,
That sounded
weirdos.
so dirty. I just realized how dirty that
That's
sounded.
why I did just glaze over it.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's what she said. So we hope you keep listening.
We hope you
Keep
it weird.
But not so weird that you say the thing that Alaina just said because
Oh,
embarrassed.
man.
Bye.
Woof.
I like things my way, my coffee, my schedule, and my treatment. So I talked to my doctor about self-injecting with the Vyvgart Hytrulo pre-filled syringe, which contains efgartigimod alpha and hyaluronidase QVFC. It's injected under your skin, subcutaneously. It means I can inject in my space, on my time. It's my treatment, my way. Visit VyvgartMyWay.com. That's VYVGART MyWay.com. And talk to your doctor about Vyvgart Hytrulo. Brought to you by Argenix.
You've tried melatonin, the white noise machine, the blackout curtains, the magnesium, and you're sleeping fine. Not great, just fine. At some point, you have to consider the 4-year-old pillow is doing more damage than the magnesium is fixing. Coop Sleep Goods is running a bundle sale July 9th through the 20th. The starter bundle is the move. 2 pillows plus a sheet set, 40% off. And we're not saying it'll fix everything. We're just saying you've tried everything else. Coop's pillows are adjustable, designed to fit how you sleep, not just tolerate it. Mix and match any 2 pillows at 25% off or go all in on the starter bundle. One real upgrade beats 6 mediocre ones. Head to coopsleepgoods.com/comedy. That's COOP sleepgoods.com/comedy for 40% off the starter bundle and 25% off all other bundles.